All right, guys, welcome back to Real Estate 101. I'm Jackson Stanford.
I'm Kailey Fuzy.
And I'm Juliann Patton.
Today, we're going to be talking about what makes a good condo great. So, you've made your first step, you've got your first place down here. Now you're looking into your future as far as how you're going to make this investment work. And you really, really want to see what factors are going to make that condo generate more and more rental income so you can capitalize on this investment for the long term. So there's a number of things you can always look at that we see from our side that really affect renters' values, because there are so many properties down here on the beach. And so it makes it tough to stand out. And some of them are almost industry standards at this point of what you want to have. And so we're going to go through, name a couple that we see today.
I think that's a great point that you made, Jackson, that most of these condos all look the same. And, I feel like whenever you're coming down here to invest, you're asking what do you look for in a condo. Last week, we looked for the location of where you should purchase a condo and what you should look for in the location. So like you said, we're going to talk about what specifically inside the condo. So when you go to purchase a condo, I would say these are things that you can adjust and fix up the condo, or you can purchase a condo already like this. But having these things in your condo are going to drive your rental income.
The number one thing we like to tell buyers to look for is for that Gulf front view.
I think that's a great point, Juliann. I mean, it's almost a prerequisite when you're down here. If you're coming to spend money with your family to come here and spend time at the beach, you want this Gulf front view. It's kind of what everyone's looking for. That's just the, benchmark standard down here for what you want as far as renting it out and capitalizing that annual rental.
Yeah, this is a great point. When you're coming to the beach, that's going to be the first thing that you want to see whenever you wake up. When you come back to your condo, you want to continue to look at the beach because you're here on vacation for the beach.
And I think that's a great point, Kailey, that you just said about when you wake up. And number two, we're going to say is going to be your Gulf front master. A lot of renters, we hear a lot of feedback. They say, the unit was great, but my favorite part is every time I woke up first thing in the morning, I'm already looking at the Gulf. And so you're always there. You're always right in front of it. And that's a huge thing we hear from renters.
Yeah, quick little side story. I remember before we moved here, my family and I vacationed here every year, and they let us have the master bedroom on one of our vacations. And my sister and I shared that Gulf front master. And that's one of the vacations I have not forgotten just because I got to wake up to that view every morning.
And number three, what you're really going to want to look for in these condos is hall bunks. They are some of the biggest values you can find in the condos today.
Yeah, that is absolutely vital knowledge there. I mean, you're limited with your actual square footage here in a lot of these condos. I mean, because a lot of times your 3 bedrooms are going to be very expensive. So a lot of people, what they do is they buy these 2 bedroom condos. And then you have this long hallway that leads to the front, and that's prime real estate to put it in some hall bunks, because we always say, the more heads in beds, the more your rental dollars are going to increase, because that's more people that can come stay in your condo, bigger families, multiple families. It's just a vital part that we see really helps some of our investors with their rental income.
Like you mentioned, the heads and beds, whenever you're looking at a 1-bedroom condo unit, it's not just that 1 bedroom, but you can sleep 2 in that master bedroom. You can sleep 2 in your hallway bunks. And then another thing to look at sleeping wise in heads and beds is your pull-out sleeper sofa. So that's a great thing that you can add into your condo, or if the condo comes furnished, you're going to throw 2 more in there. And so now your condo unit is sleeping 6, which is going to help drive your rentals.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Another thing we're hearing a lot from renters that come and stay that they really are starting to love is this LVP flooring. We're hearing a lot of great feedback. A lot of renters love it. It keeps the sand in a manageable area. It's not as bad. That's just something we're seeing in a lot of condos that a lot of owners are starting to implement, because they are getting such great returns as far as feedback and dollars as well.
And whenever you come to the beach, you're going to be sandy, you're going to be dirty. That's one of the main things you want is nice flooring that's scratch resistant and not going to be damaged by the sand.
Great point.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And then, another thing that we hear all the time is, stainless steel appliances. I mean, that's always going to be huge no matter where you are, no matter whether you have a condo at the beach or you have a place up in, Aspen. People love the stainless steel appliances, the redone kitchens, because it's always a focal point in these units. It's kind of, the kitchen and living room kind of merge in one, and that's where everyone hangs out. That's where you get your views. And so when you have that nicer kitchen, it also plays up to that as well.
Yeah, I agree. So just a quick overview, the Gulf front view is going to be the most important thing. The Gulf front master, your bunks, your sleeper sofas for your heads and beds, and then an updated unit as well. When you come to vacation, you want to be in a nice place at the beach.
And then I think, what I would almost argue is the most vital thing is having a good rental management company, because it doesn't matter how nice your unit is. If you have all the bells and whistles, if it's not being marketed the right way and you don't have anyone staying there, you're going to be losing out big time. And so having the right company behind you that's going to A, market, B, have people there all year round, and C, checking up on your guests, making sure they're happy and everything's going well. That's really going to be your biggest thing as far as, maximizing your rental income annually. That's really what's going to drive your margins.
Yeah, so speaking of the rental management company, we are partnered with our sister company, Beachfront Vacation, and they are exactly what Jackson just described. The exceptional marketing, the great customer service. They're going to make sure that your unit is rented out. So if you want more information on them, go ahead and check out their website, Beachfront Vacation, and they'll get you set up. And then you can also reach out to one of us and get more information regarding investment condos and Beachfront Vacation.
Yeah, I think that was greatly said, Kailey. Yeah, if you're watching this, you're interested in purchasing your first investment property here on the Amber Coast, you just want some more questions, you want to reach out to us and get our thoughts, please feel free. My email is jacksonstanford@thebeachteam.com.
My email is Kailey Fuzy @thebeachteam.com.
And my email is Juliann Patton @thebeachteam.com.
Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next Tuesday for another episode of Real Estate 101.
Thank you.